Level Zelmae, and I watched 100. Literally, I counted 100 reactions to Solo Leveling episode 6. One scene, I'm not watching the whole episode. I just wanted to see the scene in which they fought. This is the first pilot episode of Fresh Perspectives. Let's get into it. For anybody watching on any other channel, go to the YouTube Overall 99 Anime channel or the Facebook Overall 99 Podcast channel or Spotify, the Overall 99 Media channel. We're going to put these right there because these are the pilot episodes, so they will be on the media channel and whatever other channels we have. But go subscribe over there. Like and subscribe here, by the way. We don't want you not because we do TV shows. Marvel didn't. You see Manwha every Saturday. Make it make sense. You see him watch reviews. We might do Borderlands tomorrow. We might do the Elden Ring game tomorrow, so be there for that. I will be on the Overall 99 Gaming channel, in which I will probably play Tales of Arise tonight and talk about Borderlands and Elden Ring games. So we will be doing that. I am, of course, joined. Y'all see the names at the bottom of the screen. Hope y'all like it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. It is me, Laugh as I made, and I'm joined with.
What's up? It's your boy, The Prophet, aka Manwha Elitist. I'm here. He has finally managed to rest me from my hibernation sleep to be on some anime podcasts. So, I'm here. I'm everywhere, including on Make It Make Sense, the podcast. But we're taking a break just to come here on this Tuesday.
Yeah, watch it. You see the names up there. That's our main channels. That's my Twitter. Murray don't really use Twitter. So, so I'm like, ain't nowhere for y'all to go. So that's the channels y'all see up there. They are up there because this will be on the anime channel once again. But I watched 100 reactions of Solo Leveling. And I want Monte's reaction when I say this, even though I kind of know what it is. Sun Jin Woo will be a more popular character than Gojo, and I'm even gonna go further than Goku. Monterey, respond.
Okay, we already know you're basically doing that for bait. We don't have to worry about it. We know you're doing this purely for bait. Sun Jin Woo is not gonna be more popular than Goku. Stop this right now. He might be currently the most popular. I'll say currently he's like the most trending anime character probably in 2024. Which is good because his show, wonderful animation, giving props to it, decided to come out right at the beginning of the year. Doesn't really have a lot of competition, I guess I would say, for different things.
Like Chain Soldier,
ain't like Bleach or JJK, came out with episodes next to it or something like that. So it actually chose a really good time to come out. Sun Jin Woo was getting all the hype and praise that people who have read the manhwa is getting. So it's fine. Saying he's gonna be more popular than Goku is pure bait. We already know that's not gonna be nowhere close to it. Gojo, I mean, it depends. Like, to me, it really hinges on how far they go with the anime. If the anime covers the entirety of the show, we got a conversation in because some of those fights, especially around like, I'll say a quarter of the way through the manhwa, so probably about 40 through 80. Those, if the episodes cover them, you're gonna see Sun Jin Woo trending everywhere. But if it stops just after this first season, yeah, well, he might fade into obscurity.
It's some stuff he do that just be. It's not even just him. It's stuff that something around him does. That's literally, if they do that camera angle the way they did in the manhwa, I promise you that scene going viral. I will promise you that scene will go viral. And y'all kind of got a hint in the first episode about what it is, and it's leading into that. My take know what scene I'm talking about. If they do that scene and they do it the way the manhwa did it, that will go viral and it'll be one of the most insane scenes ever. But I do love. I did not think they was gonna do that fight earlier the way they did it in episode 6, Murray. That was when that music hit. I said, y'all hit with this." It was like a sad song, and then they set it up like, "I just killed a man," and then the song hit and it's like sad, but it's time to hype, and I'm like, "Oh, y'all hit with this OST, this Bleach level OST, right?" Then they stole a Bleach scene. They stole a Bleach scene right after too. I'm like, this like.
I mean, I'm keeping it being. The anime has done wonderful when it comes to them not shying away from the blood and gore of the actual manga. Like, if you're watching Solo Leveling for the first time, you're like, "Oh my gosh, it's so so crazy, so murderous, so dark, so gory, and everything. This is exactly what the manhwa is. Like.
And
They
that
don't.
scene I'm talking about, Monte.
I
That
shut
scene
you
I'm
out.
talking about.
It is exactly like that in the manga.
It's,
Like if you were to read it, you would have not been surprised by none of this. Like he gets way, like I ain't gonna say worse. It gets just as bad, if not a little bit worse, with some of the scenes and stuff that's gonna happen. So I'm all for it. I'm
they
glad.
already hyping. They already hyping the episode. What 8, 9? The one when I ain't gonna spoil it, but they hyping that
It's
episode
just it's
already.
a certain fight. That's the one I'm looking forward to. To be fair,
Yeah,
that's like the first genuine fight
yeah.
of solo leveling with Sun Jin Woo. As of now, no, it's not really any spoilers. You ain't gotta worry about that if you're watching this. Also, shout out to everybody watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You appreciating the stuff that you're watching. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're watching and you're enjoying it, so far Sun Jin Woo has basically picked off people. He's like fighting people that haven't really been at his skill level. So
Yeah.
coming like in a couple of episodes, he really gets his first real fight against somebody that's at least near his skill level, other than just some people that he's gonna one shot. So that's the one I'm looking forward to because it's something that I really want to see how they're gonna animate and what kind of detail they're gonna give to that. But other than that, I'm all for it. I've been pleased with what I've been seeing.
Do you think they give us that scene when? Do they get a? Did the narrator say it or does he say it? Because the TikTok do the narrator.
Like if they reach that far, which I have to remember when that happens, but they should
Yeah,
give
it
it.
should reach.
They should be perfectly honest. They
Yeah,
should.
it's on them. It's like only two more things that he got. It's like I think it's two more things he got to do, and it should reach that. Even though they taking a week off and giving us a review episode because something happened with the studios in Japan this week. So unfortunately, we have to wait a little bit longer.
Prayers out to them. And this thing
Yeah,
about I'm not sure. I've heard conflicting reports on how many episodes are they really going to do.
I've seen a lot of different ones.
I've seen 10, I've seen 12, I've seen 24. I really don't believe the 24. That would be just guys get hurt. I don't believe that one because a lot of anime nowadays just do not go for 24 episodes on their first season. A lot of them tend to stop at 10 or 12. So that's what I expect from this too, which is my main fear for solo leveling. My main fear for it is that they're not going to animate the full manhwa. The full manhwa, for anybody that wants to read it, it is 100 and around like 175 to 180 chapters, um, just for pure story, and then like an epilogue is like another 10 to 20 chapters. So in all, it's about 200 if they want to do the full story, at least full story that's been written in manga form as of right now. And the problem with it, the anime as of now is basically been doing one to one because the manga chapters are so long. They're not short. Like if you read manga nowadays, you read like One Piece, the Jujutsu Kaisen, even like Naruto or something back in the day. Those pages on average is like maybe like 15 to 20 pages. An average manhwa chapter for solo leveling, for anybody wondering, is like 80 it's like 80 pages. And so what the episodes have been doing, they've been doing like one to one chapter per episode. And that's how much is really in said episode. So to me, the biggest fear is just they're not gonna animate everything. They're just gonna stop somewhere along the way, or they're just gonna make their own ending like some anime do when it's too much to do or they can't go through the whole thing. So that's my fear, is that they don't do everything.
They haven't released it, so we don't know if it's a single core or a double core. The rumor was double core, but the DVD said 12. When in DVDs usually mostly right. If the Japanese DVD say 12, it's usually 12.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, they might do
Unless
it.
it's a double disc, but I don't think they don't usually do double disc.
They could do a part one, part two, like Bleach and Arrested Development. They may come out with a part one, do 12 episodes, and like the winter of this year, fall of this year, they may come out with part two, do another 12, something like that. And that'll be all of season one, technically, season one, season one, part two. Hopefully they don't bleed it out like Attack on Titan, but something like that. And I'm not really mad at any of that. I just want them to do a good job of whatever they animate. To me, if they would just even if they would stop off at like 80, that's still roughly 80 anime episodes, which is still a great feat because if they actually animate 200 episodes roughly, or even just 108, and they just stop and don't bother with the epilogue, I won't even buy it. If you do 170 something to 180 episodes of Sun Jin Woo and solo leveling, it'll go down as one of the greatest anime in history, just for the simple fact that they have animated all of it. Because the only other anime,
That ending get crazy. That ending crazy.
like the only other comparison that we've seen when it comes to animating that many episodes for an anime is Naruto at I think about what 700
Yeah.
at 700 episodes. And then you got to remember the Naruto and the most of the Shonen Jump manga are significantly shorter than this. But either way, still, it's like Naruto with like 700 episodes. Bleach had I think like 200, 300 something around the area. One Piece, of course, is in the thousands, still going. Stuff like those. But most average anime don't reach past 50. For anybody that just, you can look up your favorite anime in your head, look them up on Google, anything of that nature. For the most part, an average anime is only like 24 episodes. It only hits like one season. So bigger anime, even like stuff like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, only hits 50. And most anime don't reach past 50. So if your anime is anywhere past 50 episodes, it's a momentous thing because most never reach that far. And for me to look at Solo Level and be like, okay, you're going to break the mold and hit this 200? Okay. You're hoping.
Yeah. So I said this. I don't know how many people are going to agree with this. I've been praising it, but I tell people it's not a top 10 manhwa. But it is the Dragon Ball Z of manhwa. If it hit, it brings manhwa to another thing. I tell people that all the time. Because Unordinary would be better. Demon Emperor would be better. A Beginning at the End is better. Tower of God is amazing. They
Yeah,
did it. They did that. They did an injustice to that. Tower of God. They did it.
How
They did
God
it.
would get past One Piece with the amount of episodes it would need.
Yes, Tower of God is so.
It'll hit
Monte, I am on it. We on like 1,000. We on like chapter 1,000, and it's not even the guy ain't even made it halfway. We met two. It's a spoiler. We met two of the main people out of 7.
Yeah, because Tower of God,
It's
I
ridiculous.
finally almost caught up with everything of Tower of God when it comes to like the manhwa that's out there. I've almost caught up to it, and I think they just 605.
Yeah, we're not halfway through. I think they said we're not halfway through yet.
Yeah, he said roughly he's on like maybe like a quarter to a third. He's not halfway in, and that's 605. When I say 605, that's just like Soul Leveling, or in perspective for like anybody that reads like regular Shonen Jump. There's 4 Shonen Jump chapters for one chapter of like Tower of God or Solo Leveling or God of High School. Those models. So they're significantly longer, and we're at 600 of that. So that's roughly about 2,400 chapters for a regular Shonen Jump. One Piece ain't even half that.
It's ridiculous.
Halfway done.
It's so that world building in that show is so amazing.
Yeah, Tower of God is wild. If you want something with some world building, go read Tower of God. I implore you. That is Bam
world.
is gonna take you through there. You know they call him Bomb in the anime. I'm not gonna bother that. Bam gonna take you through there. I'll tell you right now.
The world. You see so many interesting worlds. Everything. If you want to read something interesting,
Also screw Rachel. I need a head on a pike, bro.
She even more of a hater now, bro.
Chelsea and Akame got killed. I need her head on a pike, bro. Like, oh shit.
Once people anime only don't realize how, because once you realize her reasoning, you get even madder.
Oh, screw.
And you realize what she was to him too.
No spoilers. Just screw Rachel. If you ever see just a blonde haired girl with freckles on any anime TikTok pages or whatever, just know it is justified. It is justified the reasoning why she's not liked. Yeah. Screw Rachel.
Yeah. Like I said, Unordinary. I don't know if Monte ever read it. Unordinary might be the best manga I ever read in my life. That is amazing. But this Sun Jin Woo is a character by himself that can literally just like put it mainstream because like I said, I watched 100 reaction, and the way people react to just his character work is like I'm in love with this character. Like they don't even everybody else in this manga. I told you everybody else is like side character. He is the focus. It is literally Solo Leveling. You're gonna fall in love with other people, but the whole show. Don't try to fall in love with nobody else. I'm warning y'all because you don't matter. They don't matter. Him.
I mean, it's a reason why everybody loves Sun Jin Woo so much, and because he doesn't fit this traditional anime protagonist mold, and it's like for popularity. Like it's a bunch. It's thousands.
He's not goofy.
Like thousands of anime out there, of course. Yeah. He's not, like you say, he's not goofy. He's not happy. He's not, noble-ish like that. Like, yeah, he has.
He don't pretend to be noble either.
He's not like noble. He's dark. Like the entire manhwa anime is dark, and so
it gets darker.
We're gonna expect another action-packed anime with some plot armor, somebody with some morals. I want to save everybody, and then you look at the first episode and you see somebody get their head cut off and chopped in pieces, and you're like, wait, this ain't like I imagined when I watched My Hero Academia. Like this ain't. And then you see Sanjay Woo's okay. Sanjay Woo's nice. He's cool. He know everything. And then you see him take a dagger and split somebody's head. And you like, wait, that's not what I'm used to. And it's like
I'm gonna tell you, when
but
he cut old boy head off, I just had to see people reaction that he never read it. I had to see it because that dude put his hand on his shoulder and then he just put his hand up. They showed the knife right away in the anime, but the thing it just appeared, and then he did that, and the thing it came up. I'm like, it is so cold how he just said, "Get off me, bro," and
yeah,
didn't say nothing, and said, "I just killed somebody." Well, if I gotta survive, I gotta survive. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'll do it again. That's his character. Goku be like, "Oh," and or they just murderous and don't even pretend like they care. But my man, like, I do what I gotta do to survive and for my sister.
that is one of the things I really appreciated about Sun Woo's character is that when he's going through, because it's not, this, I ain't doing no spoilers. No, this is in the first 6 episodes. You can clearly see this.
Yeah.
It's just when he's going through the motion of actually having to take a life, like he actually struggles with that mental reaction that he has to that. Like he actually is considering, like, bro, I actually have to fight. I actually have to take lives. I have to deal with the gravity of that situation and the weight of what my decision, has come to, and I have to be able to do that and have to be able to live with it. And he's actually like struggling with it as a regular person. Like, taking a life is something that you always have to live with the rest of your days. And he actually focuses on that. He actually deals with that struggle and comes to grip with, like, this is what I have to do in this world that I'm born in with the abilities that I have. So it's not just, he wants to be like, Vegeta and blow people up, craps and giggles. It's not what he's really doing. He's like, I have to do this. And, I'm not going to regret it. It's just, this is what I have to do. Like, the Alpha said, I have to do this for my sister. I have to do this to survive because it's literally me or you. It's not just we out here slaying monsters like it's Sword Art Online getting experience points. It's not that simple. And this is what I have to do. And this is what I respect about his character. It's understandable. It's something that you can relate to. At least when it comes to like the anguish and the struggle that you see, not necessarily everybody's have to do that.
Yeah, I think his character cool enough to start bringing Manwha to mainstream. I know Tower of God season 2 happened.
Oh, please redo that. Please redo that high school. Dear God. Like,
But
look,
no, go ahead.
I understand that I gotta pray for these 200 episodes of solo leveling. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. You can take this computer. Like, I will go and work with you if y'all would animate those 600 episodes of God of High School. I will invest. I promise you, I will help you because that. Oh my God!
I don't know why they did it. That should have been it. They
Oh, my boy Jen Mori. Oh my goodness.
cross-platform support from Miss Morgan. How you like the setup? I hope you like it, Miss Morgan. But yeah, they did that. They did it dirty, bro. They cut out half the scene that made sense and left it out so it didn't make sense. And
It
I'm
was,
like,
they had to have the guinea pig for the Manhwa adaptation. And unfortunately,
they
it had to be Tower of God and it had to be God of High School. But, we had to go through those struggles to get the glory of, you know, solo leveling.
Tower of God though. Tower of God kind of managed to survive to me. They butchered God of High School. They absolutely like Tower of God stayed mostly to the Manhwa. I thought they could do some things better,
Oh
but
yeah, he did.
God of High School went totally different. Half the fights weren't even in order. They started doing random things. Half of the they didn't even explain half of the power setups.
It's just like, after a certain point, it is what it is. Yes, yes, I tried. Even though I'm not necessarily do controlling, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's like we had to deal with, Tower of God, like I said, it wasn't butchered. I just think for Tower of God, they realized, okay, look, the investment we're gonna have to do is not finished yet. It's like a fleeting dream. They probably just didn't want to bother with it. And to be fair, Tower of God, the most exciting parts don't really
Oh,
happen
later on.
until a bit later.
Yeah.
So I can understand them not, just giving the introduction, not doing that. God of High School gets like nice on like episode 1, 2, 3. Like,
It does. And they
it's
butchered it.
people don't really understand the goodness that is Jin Mori and their fighting skills. Like, don't that man.
You learn how much of a martial artist he really is. And they didn't even explain it. This dude's style of Taekwondo it's literally a counter to everybody's fighting style.
Man,
And they don't explain it. They kind of say it,
first
but
type
they
one
don't.
beautiful. The
You know
first
what I'm saying?
beautiful.
And
Like,
then you
it's just,
see, then when he get to his other powers later on, his character is basically one of the versions of Goku, which we all know is the Monkey King. It's all based on that. A lot of people love basing.
yeah, we know the Monkey King from Goku. You don't really know. Like, they go way more into depth about the story of the Monkey
Yeah.
King. How they got
Gotta high school just absolutely just like instead of making it about the guy Monkey King, like Goku kind of they based his character around him. Got a high school basically tell you Jim Mori is the Monkey King. They're like, yeah, that's him.
I got so sad when I got out of high school, just realizing that Mirror You is probably one of the best written female protagonists I have seen.
And they butchered her.
And majority of people have no idea who she is. It's man,
They gave her the episode when she got married, and I'm like, in the wedding scene, I'm like, this is supposed to put her over, and y'all just butchered this episode.
like they stayed through so much. But like I love Mirror You. She's one of the best written female protagonists. And will probably be the majority of your protagonists if you knew who she was and what she could do. But just her and Hyundai Wee and of course, Jin Mori, it is what it is. But I'm done with it. I'm done.
Yeah, prayers. I don't even know they ever announced that guy high school coming back. How bad they did it. I know Top Guy coming back
They
because
just
it did all right. It did okay enough. Like I said, they didn't butcher it enough.
they
They
have to
could come back.
redo it. They would have to redo it.
Yeah, because they plus it wouldn't make sense because some of the story they changed in season one could not fit in the next part at all.
Uh,
Then it's just stopped making sense completely.
it's
Um,
over. It's over.
you want it was for it's what I get. A lot of people did like it if you never read it, but you couldn't continue the story because it wouldn't make sense no more. If they the way they put it with the old boy, then the way they explain his power, it would completely change. They would have to completely make a new story.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think God of High School was just an experiment. It was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is our first crack at manhwa. This is the first manhwa that we see is really popular. Let's just take a crack at it, see what we can do with it, what it look like, all that kind of stuff. And they just took a crack at it.
To be fair, I have complained about people changing. I have never seen somebody change it that much though. They completely changed it. They change people powers, and I'm like, I don't know how they're gonna work for the future because I know what's supposed to happen next season, and I don't
Yeah,
know how that's gonna work.
took 200 chapters and fit it in 20 episodes. Like, you know what? This is just not going to go well. But it would
Yeah, it is. But thankfully, like I said, Solo Leveling has stayed mostly on course. It's probably the most point to point adaptation I've seen. I know some people complain about the blessed and cursed and how it was different in the light novel. Some stuff is in the light novel that's not in the manhwa, and they kind of interchanging both of them. For instance, they use the manhwa version of the blessed and cursed, and not the light novel version. But they use the light novel version the first few episodes, so people kind of get thrown off on how to do it. But they mostly it's gonna be one or the other apparently in the show, and it's mostly 1-to-1. And that specific chapter is not like going further.
all the important stuff is there. They haven't really changed anything important. And they added, like, yeah, so we got some Jeju Island, ant fighting in the beginning of episode 1. So, it's not really like they do mention it anyway. It just doesn't
It's
really.
in they mentioned the light novel too. That's the first rate. They mentioned the light
Yeah, they
novel.
mention it in the manga. It's not really a big deal. They don't put a lot of emphasis on it. It's like, okay, this happened. Keep going. Like, it's not
They,
really a big deal to me. So I
they
don't really.
wanted to show you how cool some of the powers were to of other people. Because you really, I'm gonna be honest with you, they ain't gonna be important. Hey, this is what this guy can do. This is what they can do. Look how cool it is. You
And
never gonna really see it that much no more.
I mean, it really
But
once we see the fullness of his abilities,
yeah,
as the episodes go on. That's all I say about that. Once you see the fullness of his abilities, you will understand why not most other people are really going to be important after a certain time. So
yeah.
what it is. I'm done. I'm done with all that.
Second topic of the day, we gonna do that was the main topic. We got a little few quick topics, then we're gonna get out here. We said we're gonna be only like 30, 35 minutes.
Hmm.
Live action, we did Mate, you seen the trailer of Avatar. Some people said it looked beautiful. Why are people complaining? Some people say they absolutely hate it. We want to know the prophet how you feel after watching, prophesize after watching the trailer.
Look, it's gonna be better than the last Airbender we saw in movie theaters. It's gonna be better than that because they're not gonna try to fit the entirety of the story of Avatar in 2 hours. They're not gonna do that. So of course it's gonna be better than that. Do I have a lot of faith in it? No. I don't have faith in most live action adaptations and stuff at this point. I just don't. Because they always change stuff for no reason. I've never understood why, if you have something successful, you have a successful thing. Why instead would you choose to make changes that may or may not also be successful when you just follow a winning formula? I've never understood that. So with this, I've already seen some things of, oh, Sokka and Katara aren't gonna have their whole sexist thing, right, which was the part of Sokka's mentality towards women, and the gradual growth of his character, and was what fuels Katara in the first beginning and everything. I understand it, but I don't expect it to be good. I really don't. I expect something stupid. I
I
expect
I
uh,
ain't serious the whole time instead of being like I don't want responsibility.
like I expect something stupid like Zuko to split off from Uncle in book one. And I expect something stupid like that. I don't expect this to be good. Just no mind wrong. So if it's good, I'm really gonna be happy for it. But I just don't, because there's just too many live action adaptations that don't do it right. And it's not for the simple fact of they don't do it right because they can't. It's just they choose not to. Like, I looked at the Yu Yu Hakusho live action. I hated it. As a fan, I hated it. As an average person, it was solid. It's watchable. But if you are a fan of the anime and the manga in and of itself, you can be like, what did you do? Like why did this look like a mixture of the Matrix and DayZ? Like this, like demons aren't zombies. There's no reason why Yusuke is pulling Matrix moves,
Response.
flipping upside down and stuff. Come on, that wasn't even necessary.
Response.
Or Koenma training him to use the spear gun instead of him shooting his teacher like he did for like because he needed to. Like all this stuff. I think you just changed for no reason. There's no reason why the Dark Tournament was sped along in 3 episodes. Like, come on now. So to me, I don't have faith in it. Like, my hat's off to One Piece, and that's really because the Oda, the author of the manga itself, had to come on set and was like, "Look, this." Like, he cares that much about his product to where he don't want Netflix to ruin it, and I respect him so much for that. And I can't. I also respect other artists to be like, they may not be able to or may not want to come down and do that, but still, you don't ruin it. Like, why change something that works? Why fix what ain't broken? I just don't understand it. So, for everybody watching, when this My Hero Academia live action come out, when this One Punch Man live action come out, when this Naruto live action come out, don't get mad. Do not get mad, because lo and behold, they are in the works. You can go look them up for yourself. There's a lot more anime live action in the works. Netflix is not the only one doing them either. So just know, when these mugs get rough and you look at these 8 episode, 10 episode, 6 episode live action adaptations come out, just know it gonna get rough. Because the main thing that let me know there was red flags about this adaptation. And like I said, you can come to Make It Make Sense, to Over 99 Media, even the Blur Cartel. If you want to get a breakdown and understanding and a review, because the episodes come out Thursday, and I'm pretty sure like Netflix do, they put out all the episodes at once.
Yeah, we're supposed to do a review Friday, so I'm grinding it. We binging it.
I'm just letting you know. I already had red flags about this as soon as they said the original creators of Avatar both walked away from this project midway through. They both said they walked away. They left the project. That lets you know this is not their vision. They even went out and said, "Look, whatever y'all see on the screen is not what we envisioned." So just 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 get ready, because I don't know what we finna see come Thursday, but it may not be what we hope for. So if Zuko is splitting off from Uncle in the middle of the Water Tribe, or if Aang start cussing out Katara, randomly, and be like a bit of a douche, something like that, and he don't play with the sea otters and make the little air ball and ride on that mug, I'm just saying, if I don't see Momo, I got problems already. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see.
I just want to put this up here. We got some first episode impressions. Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas always he all right with me. Like, I have certain reactors over people that I tend to agree with. Jeremy is one of them. Jeremy, he's one person I typically agree with and stuff. Grace Randolph said it's fantastic. I usually disagree with Grace Randolph on most movies unless it's obvious that's bad. I'm just being honest. When she told me Snake Eyes was great, I said I can't never listen to you again. Snake Eyes is a terrible movie. Mike Thomas pretty he Me and him pretty. I'm kind of in line with him. The first episode of Netflix Avatar: The Last Airbender is fantastic. From the opening scene, you realize it's far better than the 2010 film. That's not hard. The fights are great, but the standout act, the kill feel like Team Avatar, a fun new take on a timeless classic. Okay, I don't like the new take part, but let's see.
Hmm.
Joshua Yale from IGN echoed the same sentiment, also sharing that his take more dramatic, mature, and violent than the originals.
Uh,
I don't know if I like mature.
mature and violent when everybody is like 15 and below. But okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It's more dramatic and mature. I don't know if I like it. They add to flesh out and enrich the story, which we already knew. Like showing Order 66 of the Airbenders. I don't usually agree with Joshua, so that's interesting. Anthony from the movie podcast, faithful visual adaptation, stumbles in cast performing narrative and philosophical depth.
Oh boy.
They said it looked good, so according to him, it looks beautiful.
So did the Matrix version of Yu Yu Hakusho. It looked good too. Except for the Taguro. Taguro looked like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. David Opry, which me and him kind of agree usually. Episode 1 and 2 are pretty decent. There are definitely issues. Um, Rama Screen said it was spectacular. I don't really know Rama Screen. I've seen him, but I ain't never really know him right there. Ren Geekness, he showered praise on it. The cast brings to life the characters and dynamics in all new ways. Again, I don't know how new fans will like it, but we'll see. IGN writer Raphael Motomayo, Motomayor, is a huge letdown. Too much exposition, poor writing, and horrible pacing. I think I agree with him a lot of times, so we'll see. I don't know that. Sean Boldman, I don't really know him that much. Much better than the live action version of this property. That ain't saying much. Christina Modaldo isn't perfect as Spark or something special here. I usually agree with her. Kaden Reed, I don't know who that is. They definitely can see how much some may not like it as much. I really enjoyed the first episode. I'm getting a better understanding of why they made certain changes. I definitely can see how some may not like it as much. Some of the bend visuals are slightly off. I hope to enjoy the rest of the show.
they say, I hope you enjoy the rest of it. It's like, okay, so you didn't enjoy the first part. I hope you enjoy the rest. Yeah.
Two Letter Most was notably rough on the project, explaining the show feels in a rush to get somewhere and feels completely isolating for new viewers. That's
Okay.
a new viewer.
That ain't good. That means they're leaving off story elements. Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Luminous Decker echoed a similar negative stand, claiming that the show is off to a bad start. Mischaracterization is present and VFX looks unfinished.
So
So that was
basically,
some.
mixed reviews. Okay, that's what I expect. We have mixed reviews
Yeah.
across the board.
And I ain't gonna lie, some of the people that giving good review to it, I don't agree with a lot.
A lot of it said like visuals are good, and some of them gave like, okay, the story's good, but most of them do say that there are changes, which it's already a bit of a red flag because okay, that means you're changing things that don't necessarily need to be changed. But it depends because you can cut out a bunch of fat, and still get the point across. So it just depends. The water, like we have 3 books to get through, and who knows how many seasons they intend for this to go through. This is just season 1, so I'm only really looking at the Water Tribe story. So we're gonna see it. If I don't get the freaking, and be real with you, if I don't get the giant moon octopus monster, rampaging their way through, I have problems. I need the giant moon octopus monster. So just saying. Let's see. I'm holding all reviews or anything till I see it. So let's see on Thursday.
Yeah, so Thursday will be out. Overall 99 Media will be covering it as a review channel. We cover a TV show, movie. So you see it up there, go review it. Monte do entertainment news on what's going on in the world. So make it make sense. The podcast. That's my boy. Be up there, and you see 99 underscore Zelmae. You see all the people at the bottom that do the breakdowns with us. Follow them on social media, all that stuff. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, all of that. Last question. We're gonna get out of here real quick. We don't want to waste too much of y'all time because we done got to the point. So Monte, Manwha Manga Elitist. How you feel about it? Because we know our boy Unico is firmly against comic book. Even though a guy told him that he never read a comic book in his life and Madam Web was ass. And the Joe comment section is funny, my God. They be on Joe Nick. They be like, bro, I ain't never read a comic book in my life, and this shit ass. I'm telling you right now.
I mean, enjoy your content. however you want to enjoy your content. If you solely just want to see it in animated form and anime, just enjoy it in all animated form. If you want to be able to see the fullness of stories and stuff in manga form, read your manga. The only thing I say, don't bash the other one for enjoying what they enjoy. Don't do it. Like if you are a manga reader and you try to gatekeep or down people who are anime only or mostly solely focus on the anime for different reasons, there's no reason for that. Like, we're all fans of the shows. Why are you gatekeeping or banning other people or harming other people's viewing potential of said show? We should be hyping it up and be happy about it. That's one thing. And then the opposite end, which is wild that I had to see this recently. Like if you are an anime only, you don't fault people for wanting to get more story or read more of their favorite content of the same show you're enjoying. But
I saw
people
that on TikTok. Is the guy talking about? Oh, you why? How you reader? I'm like, what?
you mad at me. I've seen people give arguments. Oh, you're impatient. You can't wait. You
Yeah,
know,
the impatient line. I saw that too. I'm like, that's
like,
crazy.
to call people impatient because they enjoy a story and they want to read to the fullest. Like somebody reads the Harry Potter franchise. They read all 7 Harry Potter books, and somebody's on movie number 3, and they're like, "Oh, well, why couldn't you wait for it?" Like, why do I have to? Nothing says I have to wait to enjoy something that's there, that's full, that's complete. That doesn't make sense to me. If you don't want to, for whatever reasons, you don't have to read. Or if you don't want to watch it for whatever reason, you don't have to watch. But there's no reason to bash other people for the things that they enjoy. When it comes to the same content that you're enjoying, it's just wild to me that people say, "Oh, I could read it. Why you want to read it? Instead of waiting for it." I mean, there are some people that just,
I
they'll
learned from Hunter Hunter, dog. I start reading, you just never get the anime again.
to want to wait for an anime when anime at this day and age in 2024 are mostly unpredictable. There's no guarantee that an anime will even get where that a manga will even get animated, let alone get past season 1. So,
Yeah, we talking about we hoping Soul Level can get to 200.
like I said, Soul Leveling has a long way to go, and we're like, it's popular. We hoping and praying, and like even the popular anime that come out, JJK just took what 3 years to come out with season 2. JJK is on this last arc in his manga form. It took this long just for season 2, and so for people to be like, oh, you should wait. Why should I? Like when it's just unpredictable, you don't have to wait. Look at Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan took the better part of 10 years for the anime that got fleshed out. Nice word to say. It got fleshed out over the course of these 10 years. What? Like, why? Like, you don't have to wait for that if you don't want to be able to enjoy the fullness of the content and then enjoy it later. And then the opposite end, there are people that just want to see it in animated form. Cool. There's no reason for you to be like, oh man, you need to go ahead and read the rest of the story. If they don't want to rush it, they just want to enjoy fullness in animated form. So,
Yeah,
just for both of you, I pray your own peace in it. For manga readers, I pray that you are able to read it in its fullness, with the delays and all that kind of stuff. And you're able to patiently be able to read it and keep all the secrets to yourself. And for anime watchers, I pray that you have the patience for your anime to come out. But that's all I got for both of us. Because I do both. I watch and read. So what it is.
yeah. Yo, listen, I'm just hoping Soul Level and put Manwha on because there's some amazing Manwha. Like Unordinary gotta have one, bro. Unordinary is the most. That's so well written. I need a beginning and the end. I need, like I said, it's not even. I don't think Soul Level a top 10 written Manhwa, but it's the one that got the chance to be the most popular. Like I
Yeah.
don't like, for instance, I tell people Dragon Ball Z is not a top 10 manga anime, but it's certain effects of Dragon Ball Z that just make it popular. Like, and I think the same thing about Sun Jin Woo. I think he has the ability to make manhwa popular. Whereas some like the expedition and stuff, people might not be used to certain things. But that's my thought. I ain't read no anime. The fights in my head just.
Trying to be able to. I mean, I think people to each their own. I don't really have a problem with it. It's just for me, from my experience, what I learned is that I don't mind watching an anime. Most of the time, what I do, I look at an anime and then just if it runs out or it just finishes or whatever, I might look up more content and see if there's something that's out there if I'm really a fan of it. The thing that got me into manga, for anybody that like are anime and they're wondering like why you got to, the thing that got me into manga is Soul Eater because anime are also victims of change. Like we talked about with the Avatar and other thing with live action adaptations. Anime adaptations of manga do at times change the source material for different reasons. And so Soul Eater was an example for me because basically from like the halfway point of that anime, the manga's original story goes here and the anime goes here. So like the story that you see basically from like the halfway point is not the source material at all. It's not nowhere close to it. Even the
Right.
ending is nowhere close to it. So it's just, and I didn't find it out. No, I watched it and I watched the ending. I was like, okay, I was a bit, disappointed. I was like, okay, I guess that was it. Then when I ended up like looking up about it and I read the manga and I found that it was just so different. And the manga is like the ending that it was originally intended is so much better. And that's what got me off of it. Like, okay, I think I need to do research on both going forward with anime that I enjoy because it's just you're subject to too much change and interpretation by limiting yourself to just one aspect of it. That's all I say for me. Like, if you're a manga reader, that's fine. But there's stuff that you'll see in anime that you may not necessarily see in manga form. And then the opposite end, there's information that you will see in the manga that the anime just won't show. So for me, it's just I like looking at both perspectives, and I'd always advise any anime fan, if you're a fan of them, do yourself a favor and just indulge in both to make sure that there's not something that you miss. Not saying that you need to go read every manga, you need to go watch every anime. No, but just I would say if you're a fan of something, do your research to make sure that what you're taking in is what the author intended for you to see. That's what I would say. Otherwise, you're victim to possible rumors of ALT changing its ending 3 different times over when it's not, or you're subject to Hunter x Hunter rumors of it coming back out, and it's not, stuff like that.
You know what got me into manga?
So,
Blue Exorcist.
yeah,
The manga so much better than the anime though. That's the point.
it's Blue Exorcist.
I'm saying it's way the manga much better than the anime though. That's the thing. I'm like, oh, the anime kind of mid, but the manga. Tokyo Ghoul is another example of something that
Oh, don't remind me of that. Boy, they did that worse than Soul Eater. Like Tokyo Ghoul. Kaneki is one of the best written protagonists in like manga and anime. He is one of the best written. His journey is wild. And what the anime does to his story should be a crime. Like, it is a crime what they do to his story.
the anime is real life skipped the best fight in the whole the church fight. They literally showed the end of the church fight and they jumped out the church. I'm like, so you're not gonna show the best fight of the whole series?
Oh my god. I don't know
Y'all
what
don't know, no spoiler, but it's a fight in the well, y'all watch, y'all know who won the fight, but it's a fight in the church at the end of the final season that happens, and they don't show it at all. And I'm like, that's literally one of the best written fight in the manga.
it's like I would just give you examples of anime. Like if you watch these anime, just be mindful of these things. Like not with spoiling them. Like Promise Neverland skips 2 arcs in between season 1 and season 2, which is like the big uproar about it. People were upset. Like they skipped 2 entire arcs between
And they made them seem like cartoons. They made the villains like cartoons.
It's like they're using things from it, but like they skip 2 entire arcs, so it's wild. Like examples of that. So just be mindful.
And I don't know when ReZero coming back, so read ReZero. It's amazing. I love ReZero.
Let it go. All I
All
got.
right, that's for the first episode of Fresh Perspectives. Right now, for it's the pilot episode. We got 3 pilot episodes. We'll be on the overall 99 media channel. We'll be on sometimes I guess make it make sense. And then we're going to the anime channel. So this is just getting y'all used to it. Sending y'all over to the anime channels, get y'all used to it. Mate got some shorts on that's doing very well, by the way. Mate probably ain't even checked it. They doing very well. I had a video that I put out 100 days ago that some reason like the last month got like 97 views on my review of Demon Emperor, an amazing manga, by the way. And I gave a review on it. And no spoilers in my review. I gave a review on it. People like, yo, and the people like, I picked this up because you told me about it. And I'm having the funniest time of my life. Like I said, that's a top 10 manga. I don't even think Solo Leveling is on that level, but the main character's better than every other main character there is, so that's probably why it is. That's why I predict he's gonna be bigger than Gojo, maybe Goku. But that's just my perspective. That's my fresh perspective. That's my fresh perspective. All right, I appreciate y'all. Mama, what can they find you?
You can find your boy Monray Hudson everywhere. It says Monray Hudson. Facebook, Instagram, especially on TikTok. Got my own channel, my own anime takes. Come hear what I got to say. Threads, as it still exists, of course. And of course, on Make It Make Sense, the podcast on YouTube. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and come hear what I have to say every Saturday. Of course, with the Alpha Zelmae and the other people.
Yeah, and remember, it's 2024. We stopping hating. And if you hating, you gotta
Shut the fuck up in 2024.